computer hardware components. Computer is a machine having very finely designed parts called hardware. Today we will learn about hardware, especially external and internal hardwares. Computer hardware is the physical parts or components of a computer such as the monitor, mouse, keyboard, computer data storage, hard disk drive, graphic cards, sound cards, memory, motherboard and so on, all of which are physical objects that are tangible. These are the electronic parts that make up a computer. You can also say that the physical parts that you can touch and see are called hardware. And hardware parts can be two types. They are external hardware and internal hardware. External hardware parts are the physical parts that are outside the computer, like mouse, keyboard, monitor, etc. Internal hardware are the physical parts that are inside the computer case. Example, motherboard, CPU. Now let's learn about some external hardware parts. Here you can see the most common external hardware devices. First, let us learn about keyboard. It is a typewriter-like device. It has keys on it for letters, numbers and other symbols. Keyboard is used to type data, letters and digits and commands. Next hardware device is monitor. It is the screen that displays results in the form of text or image. It is a television-like device but works as per instructions of CPU. Mouse. It is a pointing device to point to a position on monitor. Mouse controls movements of a pointer on screen. This mouse pointer is also called a cursor. Printer. It is a device that prints the computer generated results on paper. The printer prints in text or graphics or images form. A scanner. It is a device that scans images or documents and converts them into digital form. A computer can understand only digital form. Speaker. With speakers, you can hear the output generated by computer in sound form. Microphone. This is a device that allows us to give data and instruction through our voice. Microphone then converts our voice into digital form so that computer can understand it. Next is pen drive. It is a small stick-like device. It is a small storage device shaped like a small pen. You can store data, programs, audio, video, images, etc. in pen drive and carry it with you. A pen drive connects to a computer through USB port. External hardware devices are also called peripheral devices. That is, keyboard, mouse, printer, scanner are peripheral devices. Modem. It is a device used for connecting your computer to a network. Modem word is created from modulator and demodulator. Modem does two things. When computer sends something on network, modem will convert data into a form so that it can travel over a telephone line. It is called modulation of data. When computer receives something from network, modem will convert received data into a form that computer can understand. It is called demodulation of data. Now let's learn more about this modem. Let us consider a computer A and another computer B. If the computer A wants to send message to computer B one another, it requires a medium which is provided by our telephone cables. A message from computer A to reach computer B is through a series of connections, that is, from computer A to telephone A, then through telephone cables which will be received by the telephone B, then to the computer B. But there is a problem in this continuity of this serial connection, and the problem is, once we have typed the message saying hi, how are you, the computer will convert, and then the message is in the form of zeros and ones, which is only the language that the computer can understand, that is the binary language. But the telephone cannot understand this binary language because it sends and receives the messages only through analog signals. Those analog signals cannot be understood by the computer. So obviously what we want is a translator, a black box named modulator, which converts the binary language into analog signals. A part of the problem has been solved. Now, the message can be successfully sent from a computer to a telephone with the help of the modulator. The telephone sends messages to another telephone in the form of analog signals. And the next problem lies here. We require another kind of black box to demodulate these analog signals to binary language, that is the demodulator. Now the messages can be successfully sent from computer A to computer B. But it's just a one-way communication. We cannot get the reply. In order to get the reply, we have to set the whole setup from B to A. Modulator between computer B and telephone B. Analog signals from telephone B to telephone A. Demodulator from telephone A to computer A. As time passes, the modulator and demodulator combine together to form a single box named modem. Now we can send and receive messages, and it became two-way communication. Everything became possible with the help of modem. These are internal hardware devices. Let us learn one by one. Motherboard. As the name indicates, this is the electronic centerpiece of the computer. Everything else connects to the motherboard. Next is power supply or SMPS. A power supply or SMPS, switch mode power supply, converts a high voltage power into low voltage power. A computer works with low voltage power only. Thus, power supply is very important and useful component. Processor. Central Processing Unit or CPU is the brain of the computer. Most actual computation takes place here. All the work that a computer can do is mostly controlled via this CPU. RAM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. It is temporary data storage while carrying out instructions. CPU needs to store or hold data temporarily. CPU holds this data in RAM. RAM cannot hold data permanently. It loses data as soon as the program is over or power is turned off. RAM forms the primary or internal memory of the computer. Now let's learn about ports and connectors. Peripherals are the devices that you attach to a computer from outside. The back of your desktop PC shows different ports and connectors to attach different peripherals. Ports are the connecting points where peripheral devices connect with the motherboard. Hard disk drive. The hard disk is the long-term memory of the computer used for persistent storage, that is, the things stored on it remains even when the computer power is turned off. The operating system and all your programs and data are stored here. Hard disk forms the secondary or external memory of the computer.